Okay, so it's gonna be a little windy out here. So sorry about the noise. See if I can time this just right a little bit where it won't bother y'all any. Letting the dog outside. I just posted the video that I did in, what was it, November? But YouTube postponed me sending videos because of the C word of a video that's still active, but they kicked me off. So just because of that C word was on my videos, they kicked me off for 90 days, but the other video's still on. So I don't know, YouTube, who can explain, right? So this was an update on the postal, because before I got it sent off, I was kicked off, and that original U.S. mail, and well, it took about 3 days, and the man that I sent it to did call me back, and it said it absolutely worked, and my wife heard it on speakerphone when he said it came back. My wife was shocked. Because I told her, well, this is what I'm going to try to do, and this, that, here, and there. She said, oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, you never know until you try, right? So she was in a state of shock that it actually worked. I, per se, it was hearsay with me. So I didn't know if it was going to work or not. But I did my research, I did know there's two separations, the jurisdiction. You had the original United States, then you had the corporation United States. And I keep on saying the United States because it's habit, but it's actually these United States, right? So there is actually the original these United States, even by postal service. So, I'm probably not going to try with the corporation thing. Number one, I just don't want to push it and maybe get it in U.S. mail or whatever. But it worked. So if you guys take my little advice there or look it up from somebody else, this is how I found out. And I can't remember how I found out about it. I do so much research. Also, other video that I last did was a personal video. Okay, so we still have not found out what the spot is in my brain. Alright, and they think it was due to high fever, which I did when I was a young kid. I did have a lot of high fevers. I was allergic to tetanus shot. That spiked me up real high. It caused me harm. And I had several infections. Had to eventually have tubes put in my ear and all that kind of crap. So that caused me harm, having them high infections. So they think it may be that. Now my low energy and my retaining disorder that I have, right? Well, apparently when I was a weedy bitty thing, I fell out of an 18-wheeler, bumped my noggin pretty good. When you're like 3 years old, that's a long ways to fall. I apparently cracked my head pretty good. They seem to think what that did is didn't let my brain fully grow. Okay, in fact, where I'm at now, I would be like let's say a 70-80-year-old man of the brain shrinkage, because it didn't grow all the way like it's supposed to. When older people starts to lose their memories and all that, well, that's because of the brain shrinkage, and I believe it was on my left side of the brain that never fully developed. Now, it don't make me a dum-dum. It just means I had to study harder and harder and harder than everybody else. and then I have to recap over and over and over. It is a pain, y'all. It's kind of like watching that movie 40 First Dates, right? Now, I'm not that severe, okay? But it's the same principle, okay? It's just one of them things. I can recognize things of years ago if it's in front of me, right? If I see a picture of like my kids, I can remember them being my kids. But as me remembering them in general, I don't. Okay? And I think part of the problem I have with my memory loss, I say, or retaining disorder, I take death into a different light because it's kind of more like I know they exist, but me remembering them, if a certain period of time goes by, it's just like if they just move somewhere else and they're still alive. All right, I know they're not. It just, that's the way my mind's working, right? It just seems like they're still out there, still alive. So I don't accept death as easily as some people. So anyway, that's a couple of updates that I have. And sorry, the cat escaped from my house. I don't know how they did that. Sorry about that, y'all. Come on, Philly. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. Life goes on, right? So that's a couple of updates since I missed a few videos. I still caught a couple of other videos coming out that I got to download, but since I recognized that I had some videos that never got sent out, still had them on record. So I got a couple more of them sent out. And like I said, most of these videos is just to help me retain things where I can go back and remember these things, right? If it helps me, if it helps y'all, fine, you know. But again, it's just beneficial for me to try to help keep my retaining in line. But this is Diesel for We the People News. This is cold outside. My wife's awake, so I do not want to interrupt her. And sorry about being so long on the videos. YouTube's throwing them curveballs at us. Diesel for We the People News. Bye, y'all.